Hey everyone, so if you're about to do the ketogenic diet or you're on the ketogenic diet, I think here are some very important things to ask yourself. And I think a lot of people don't stop to think about this because a lot of people hear like, oh, this is a great weight loss diet. And so they jump into it just thinking they're going to lose a bunch of weight, thinking, okay, I got the concept, high fat, low carb, done. I'm just going to put my carbs down 20 grams or less, try and shoot for as low of carbs as I can, and I'm going to lose weight. Well, why would you want to do the ketogenic diet for one? And can you maintain this diet long term like that? It's no different than cutting calories, in my opinion, is that you're trying to label something and you're trying to find another quick fix and try and lose weight, then you're going to get either discouraged or go back to the old ways of eating and gain it back. And so if you want to do this type of lifestyle and diet, it's important that you know what you're doing and what you're getting into and doing it properly. So there's tons of misconceptions out there. And before you start this, I want you to think, do you want to do this long term, short term? Do you want to do this seasonal? Do you want to do carb ups? Are you okay with letting go of carbs for the rest of your life? Those are important questions to ask yourself, as well as maybe why are you checking this diet out? Maybe it's health reasons. For me, I have insulin resistance. Maybe you're type 2 diabetic or a type 1 diabetic. This way of eating is way better for those kinds of people. For me, it's better that I stay on this diet than ever go back to eating. Even fruit can be too much for my body to absorb. Also, it's different even just from men to women. Men's fat is different from women's fat. And men can handle more carbohydrates than usually most women can. So there are differences and our hormones are very different. And getting on and off this diet can mess up your body, but it can also be fine too, depending on the way you're doing it. And that's why I tell people a lot of times, why don't you try going low carb first? And that's healthy enough for most people. Ketosis is a way of eating and adapting to your body where you don't ever really want to go back to eating carbohydrates. And it can even be from addiction and overeating them and causing health effects to your body as well. So just that little bit of information right there, I think, is so important that I could just leave the video right there. But I'm going to try and go into detail a little bit better. So even, guys, there are ways to lose weight outside of keto even. If you're choosing to lose weight on keto, it's for a specific reason. Now, I chose keto because I am insulin resistant, and I feel much better eating this way. Even just fruit can kind of spike me or put me into a binge. So it evens out my blood sugars. I feel fine. I have more energy. I sleep better. Doing this diet, I don't have constipation issues when I used to have them before, even when I was vegan. There's all kinds of things. But what I do is I do not focus on the macros. And the reason being is because I believe that's not something you need to really worry about as much. If you're focused on being healthy, you could be vegan and eat Oreos all day. You can be paleo and just eat junk all the time. It works for any diet that you can be healthy or unhealthy in any lifestyle. It's whatever lifestyle you're choosing is because it helps you be healthier and you can maintain it. And I'm not even like a huge bacon and dairy girl. I don't even do that with keto. Mine is more higher protein, moderate amounts of fat, and lots of veggies. And I think that's a way healthier way to go. And the way your body breaks those down, it's almost like a negative that you don't really need to count the calories in those. And because they come with so much fiber, it's not that big a deal. And a lot of people on keto don't eat as many vegetables as they should be eating. I actually get vegetables in for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, as well as my snacks a lot of times. So I think that is important in itself, and I feel healthier and my body feels healthier. And I limit the amounts of sugars and stevias and things that are in my life and in my diet. And that is also a healthier way of eating. So I chose this lifestyle because it's healthier for me. it's easier for my body, and it's limiting that sugar. Now, you can also even carb cycle. So for me, it's really even the fruits that get to me more. So I don't mind doing like a sweet potato here and there. And you guys can basically do keto with carb cycling. So some of this, especially for you guys out there, you can add in like a sweet potato. It's low on the glycemic index. Coconut is a little higher carb, but it's still very healthy for you. It does not spike insulin levels the same way. So paying attention, understanding what's higher or low glycemic index. Also, it carries more calories, but it's not that it's necessarily better or worse for you. But you could do maple syrup, or you could do some honey or different things like that for a sweetener. And it's better than the aspartames and things out there. So, there's some comparisons out there that if you're doing diet soda every day, don't consider that a ketogenic diet. That's not really healthy either. So knowing what you're getting into and why you're doing this is, again, more importantly, the things that you need to ask yourself. Low carb is good for some of you who don't have insulin resistance. More of a paleo keto diet is better. It's limiting that fruit because we do get too many sugars in our diet. Limiting that fruit maybe to once a day, eating more vegetables and good healthy proteins and good healthy fats is maybe a way that you can live continuously, and just cutting out a lot of those grains. A lot of the grains are hard for a lot of people. They're hard on people's digestions. Now that I've cut grains out of my life entirely, my gut seemed to figure itself out, and now I don't have constipation issues. If I do try and eat bread or add in grains, even like oatmeal, my stomach gets all messed up again. So I limit those things. I keep them to a very minimum, maybe on a special occasion, or I might try a bite of something. But I really don't even get into that anymore. It's just not worth it for me. So finding out what's better for your body, you can even do more of a seasonal ketosis. In the summer, you add in a little bit more fruit or something. But in the winter, you adapt back and cut out those fruits again. You're not moving as much. You're home and inside. Maybe you don't need those extra carbs to burn. But carbs are not evil. They're not horrible for you. There are better carbs and there are worse carbs. There's, high insulin carbs. And I think you can eat any way you want to, but maybe what's healthier for you or what your body can handle. Some people can handle more carbs. Some people can handle less. Some people can handle more calories. Some people can handle less. Some people handle processed foods way better than others. It's different for everyone. And so that's why I say you really have to monitor and feel out what's best for you and for your body. But if you're going to do a keto diet, you really need to do the research and figure out what is good or not. I don't even think consuming too much dairy is that healthy, or even saying you're eating a pound of bacon every day. I don't know. That's still processed in my opinion. It's the same as if you had lunch meat every day. I don't think that's very healthy either. I'd rather you bake some chicken or turkey or something like that than having lunch meat. And on a keto diet does not mean you just have to eat red meat. Actually, I limit that. I don't feel as good as that. I retain fluid. I retain weight. Where I drop weight is eating more chicken and turkey and leaner amounts of meat with more like olive oils and coconut oils rather than doing a bunch of red meat. But I do like to do lean red meat like bison. That makes me feel very good. So take a look at that. Take a look at what I eat. You might want to follow me a little bit more, depending on what you think. But I'm all about being healthy and what is good for our bodies. And that's what I want to do and maintain that in the long haul. And no, you do not need to be in ketosis forever, depending on what you want to do with your life. But I'd recommend try low carb first before you even try keto maybe, and finding out what's a good balance for you.